And we're live.
Winner,
Hey, Tommy.
back at it after a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, was it a COVID break? What was it?
No, just hooking up, I guess, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sick, man.
getting everything together and stuff, you know. But we're here. We're still here.
We're live.
Yeah.
Bills game, 1-0.
Yeah, but want to know? I did not watch. I love the Bills. You know that. First time in maybe my life when I being a fan and stuff since way back when I was maybe 10 or 12 or whatever. I did not watch the game. I listened a little bit. That was on TV in there, but when it came out that they were wearing the stickers for BLM, it really infuriated
And some
me.
thug names.
And then, yeah, some names on the back. And
By the way, last night was Thursday Night Football. Cincinnati said Bengals on the back of theirs.
all right, well,
Okay. So there was a team that didn't think they needed to put a rapist on the back of their.
the people that watched here said they couldn't see the. Did you see the?
I saw someone who were getting off piles of tackles and stuff.
I can't support that. It's a Marxist group, and the whole concept is so one-sided that it makes me want to vomit. And the average person that has no idea what's going on in the world, buy a scanner and listen. But the lack of respect for police is sickening, and a lot of these things that have happened.
Weren't we supposed to talk football?
We would, but I wanted to talk about my reason why I'm not watching is this running from the police and this all-out hatred of the police. 19 years ago, we honored our firefighters and police and military. Now we spit at them.
Yeah.
And there's bounties on their heads in some cities. And to put those stickers on, I'm sorry. People are quick to say, well, it's unjust what's going on. Now, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Police officer pulls you over, do what he says to do, and stop the running. You guys that don't have kids out there, I told you there was a police chase the other day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was listening on my scanner. I said, my God, my daughter's over there in Walden. What if she's T-boned? You lost your uncle and something like that. And then to sum it up quick, that what happened in L.A. where those two police officers were gunned down, sitting in their car,
That's
and
like
people danced around the car.
That's Al Capone, 1930s.
It's animal.
It's unbelievable. And what I said is that Goodell, that liberal bastard, should take those two police officer names and put them on some stickers.
There were two Rams fans that haven't been able to watch their team play, and to dance around the car, put the video out there that has those officers still in the car without medical attention. No one in those minute and a half, 2 minutes, goes up to them to see if they need help.
Oh God, no! They made
And they're laying there and they're laughing and cheering. I mean, that's Beirut. That's the Iranians dancing in the desert over the Marines when they went to free the hostages and stuff. And that happened for you young people. You can look it up. But just makes me sick. And I'm very disappointed in those stickers. Those things have to change, yeah, but not systematic and not reimagining police work, and especially not social work.
So one of the things I saw that I thought was really good, and a couple people disagreed with me, but there's a sign that said, I stand by my black brothers, but not BLM.
Right.
I stand by my white brothers, but not the KKK. Okay? In other words, we hate, we dislike and are appalled by hate groups.
Right.
We don't hate people.
Is the KKK even around anymore? And where are they?
I don't know, but remember, I don't stand with them.
I mean,
okay?
I guess there's no nursery schools for them to terrorize. But
no, they're assholes, but the point is,
Same
so
here.
we're white. I don't know if you can tell, but we're white, and I never stood by the KKK.
Never.
That's a hate group. Skinheads, that's Nazis, that's a hate group. We don't stand by those guys. And similarly, we don't stand by BLM, not because they're asking for the end of racism, whatever there is, but because they are a hate group now. And Tom's right, started by Marxists, now they just fly all over. Somebody, follow the money, because somebody's paying for these hotels and everything. And they're showing up and they're, starting, Molotov cocktails.
The thing is, unfortunately, our cities are war zones. They've been war zones way before Donald Trump was a president.
Yep.
Buffalo's been at war for years. The cost to the county taxpayer.
The Bloods, right?
Well, sure, the JYD and the Rump Rangers and all those guys. And it's crazy. And I mean, everything escalates there. I mean, a basketball game at Town Park on a beautiful night is ended with gunfire. Now, what if I'm over there with my wife walking the dog? Yeah. There's not much you can do.
You're shot.
And now the other night there's a pickup basketball game in Tonawanda, and there's a stabbing. I mean, who goes to a basketball game?
You followed me.
And stabbing. Did he have the knife like Tarzan used to wear, or
strapped
is
in
it
his groin?
Was it in his jock strap? Who goes to a b-ball game with a knife?
I don't get it. Anyway.
But everything escalates. Try going to the mall. You guys out there don't believe this, and the lack of respect there. And it's not just blacks; it's these punks. They run around, and it's animalistic.
Channel
Cops
7,
are bit. And
Irv Weinstein, pistol packing pumps.
where is there? We could sure
Punks.
use them again instead of this leftist stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's why I didn't watch, and hopefully they take them stickers off. Can't support that. And lastly, with hockey, I know the hockey guys are all this. I don't need a guy from Prince Albert
And
or
Moncton.
Red River, Moncton, Trees Rivers to tell me about my War Machine and ghetto scenes. Sorry, don't need it.
Who was that?
Simon and Garfunkel, I think, sung that song.
That's from American Woman, you know.
Yeah, they. Well,
Dun, 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 dun,
oh, they sang
dun,
it too. I thought it was Simon and Garfunkel.
No, it was the Guess Who. They're from Vancouver, eh?
Well, I thought
Rowdy fucking-
didn't the Captain and Tennille sing "Stand by Me" or something?
No.
The
Anyway.
shirt that it takes two, that McDermott's wearing, it takes two. Wasn't it
Okay,
Simon?
all right. That's enough. You
Captain
obviously
Tennille.
don't know anything about songs. But so I want to go back to the Bills. So Tom didn't watch. I did, and here, I got a couple things. Obviously, we all know Josh had a great day. The couple fumbles, a couple missed throws, but I personally see him doing really, really good things his third year here. I'm not just hoping, and I actually think I'm seeing the coming of a very, very good quarterback in front of us, and so I was very happy with him. It's obvious that Daboll now has a full garage full of toys now that he can throw at these teams depending on what we're looking at. Last week their corners were weak. They actually benched the guy in the third quarter. So what do? We're throwing almost every down. It's perfect.
From what I've heard too, a lot of the different motions that they use, it comes from continuity and having a lot of the same players again, the same offensive coordinator makes such a difference.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. And some of the things that I think were really good. This the untrained eye watching it on television. Well, I shouldn't say untrained. I know what I'm looking at, but it's tough on television. But I did see what I thought was a pretty good combination on the right side of the line. And I'm not saying, Ford can never play tackle. I'm not part of that group. I'm just saying, I think this Williams has come back from some injuries. And I watched him, and boy, he did some great pass protecting. And I thought Ford, not only did he protect the passer, which was pretty good all day,
Did he play guard?
he played guard.
Okay.
And I think
He's a good football player.
He's
just got to learn.
Get him on the line or get the 5 best. And I thought that kid had a whale of a game at right guard. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, the linebackers going down are really tough, and
That hurts.
thank
That's why
God
we
we're
couldn't
not.
have it.
Yeah, well, thank God we're not playing a great team this week, because I think you go up against somebody else this week without those linebackers, we might be in
No,
trouble.
Don't downplay it. These teams, they're all pretty
They're
good,
close,
and
yeah.
any given day, and those are a couple pieces that you can't miss. That have all and they're very important. So Miami's going to go after that,
Mm-hmm.
and boy, I sure wish they were playing. But one quick question: I'm not watching the game now. I thought the goal, like for example, the goal line and the goal post, do they go all the way to Alpha Centauri?
They do. They go to the 5th side of the sun.
So having
But they will not look at it if it's over between the post, the end of the upper post, and the 5th side of the sun. They can't look at it.
now, is there a proposition or something that could be thrown at the rules committee that one of the referees could lay under the goalpost and look up so you get a better angle?
That might be good. Of course, the ball could be short and hit him right in the groin.
There could be an injury there. That's correct.
I'm not sure if they wear a cup, but
because
the players.
those lines go to Alpha Centauri, correct?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I said the 5th side of the sun.
that too. Yeah.
So that I
Is it
believe.
round? The sun's round. All right.
I think the first one was good. I think the lazy ref underneath, kind of just assumed where it hit. But anyway, that's what I think of refs. But
9 of them.
yeah, nobody can see what's going on.
And you can't review that. I mean,
That's the bad part. Why not review it?
and you can say, well, it's just 3 points and blah, blah, blah. But you wait, if that happens to Dallas
Yeah.
or Belichick,
Yeah, there'll be a
shit'll hit the
change in
fan.
there'll be a change in rules. So the Bills, really nice game. I didn't like the running game at all. My question has to be, what was wrong with it? I know the Jets have a stout front, but they did lose a couple guys, and it just looked really bad. And I'm wondering, was it the pass blocking? Was it the backs not finding the holes? I don't know what it was, but it was so bad. I think Moss had 9 carries for 11 yards or something.
yeah, the other guy, Singletary, numbers weren't bad. when I looked at.
They were about 3. Okay,
All right,
a lot
well,
less than what he usually does.
Did they run out of play action pass? I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not willing to say that all of a sudden we can't run block. So that's what it'll be interesting to see
Jets
this
do
week.
have a
They
pretty
do have-
good front up front there.
They do. They have a stout front, no question. I think we'll see the real Bills run game Sunday in
Well,
Little Cuba, and I think it'll be a good game for us versus the Haitians.
I've always said too. I love the Bills, Singletary and Moss. I love that they're both similar sizes, but they give you something different.
Yeah.
So you know it's kind of the yin and the yang, kind of like Thurman and Kenny Davis were.
Yeah.
But I still would like to see a big back. I still think not that one of those guys goes, but as a
No, I know.
not a fullback necessarily, but like a Derrick Henry type.
Yeah.
That just big guy that helps you.
Maybe so we don't have to send Josh on all these.
Right.
Read
that
options,
That
I
is
mean-
a weapon though, and that's a good weapon to have.
Right.
But yeah, I still like the big back and.
Yeah. Somebody is going to get to 3rd, 4th, and 1 without Josh
And run
going
some
in
people
there.
really give you something to think about in the ground game too. And we had that Reggie Gilliam, but I didn't realize he was 6'6". That's
Yeah.
tough to play fullback at 6'6".
Tough to play fullback,
But he's
yeah.
still on the team. I don't know if he played Sunday.
I did not see him, but I think they stuck with Dawson Knox and the kid from Cincinnati, whatever his name is.
Oh, Tyler Croft. What about 85, who for the life of me I can't figure out how he makes a team every year.
Lee Smith was inactive.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
so funny, but I didn't happen to see a lot of holding penalties.
No, in fact, did we even have one?
I don't know.
Anyway, so the Bills looked really good. Obviously, it's early. Probably one of the worst teams in the league we played. But again, I'm not Buffalo News here.
Right.
I still think you go out and you beat them, and really that team was down. That's a 35-0 halftime without the fumble. So
Right.
they couldn't stop us. And then I think we went into that little mode. We go into these modes in second half, and I don't mean that. It's not necessarily a mode, but we did not play the way we did in the first half, the second half, and I don't know if to me it looked like execution because then Josh had a couple bad throws, and then again the running game stopped. It was the same. It wasn't working, and it seemed to kind of slow down. So
That happened a bit last year too, but I'm going to say that's the first time they really played somebody different too.
that's true.
So
too.
maybe that had something.
Oh,
to do
believe me, I'm gung ho over last week's game, but I agree. I'm just trying to nitpick a little because it really was, I think, a very obviously a very solid game. So Miami, what do you think?
Well, if Fitz is playing, which I believe he is,
He is.
you got to force Fitz into those mistakes. You got to force him into it. You can't let Ryan Fitzpatrick beat you.
No, you can't.
If they're going to run on us or something, get it out of Fitz's hands. But I like our D. I'd feel a lot better if I thought Tremaine was definitely playing and Milano. I think Milano's out.
They're both out, by the way.
They're both
This
out.
morning, yeah, they came out. They're both out.
That hurts. That's
They signed that Deion Lacey. I seriously always liked that kid. He was always a late camp cut. I think the last time was 2 years ago, maybe even last year. I've always liked to get
Was
kid
he
in the
40?
preseason.
Was he 40? Was he
44.
the ex-Packer?
Yeah.
I didn't. He always seemed to do good against the other team's third and fourths,
Yeah.
and he was a special teams guy. But hey, I don't knock
Yeah.
anything Bean and McDermott do. If they feel the kid can play, the guy can play.
Well, they had to get somebody. They literally the kid from special teams. We got
Deshaun Phillips.
Yeah, he's gone too. He's out this week. So I mean, you don't even have any linebackers. You got to go sign somebody, and somebody who knows the system, obviously.
True, that's true, and yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I like our
think?
chances. I know we're favored.
By how many? Don't say the score because nobody knows the score.
No,
What do you think? We're favored by 6, by the way.
I'd like to think we
Vegas.
could cover that for sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to think we could cover.
That's good. I got Miami by 13. Okay, so let's go.
Sounds good.
No, the Bills will cover that. I'm with you on that. Let's talk a little bit. Excuse me. A little bit of the Sabres. We got about 2 minutes here, 2-3 minutes.
Love Kevin Adams' first deal.
You know, I didn't. I'll be honest. Yeah, and some of the guys that are going to watch this will know this. At first, I'm like, oh my God, Kevin Adams, or I'm sorry, jeez, Stahl. Eric Stahl's done. And I said, so am I, obviously. I can't even speak. I'm the new Joe Biden of straight from the hip. Yeah, so Eric Stahl. But then I started looking up. The guy's got great analytics. He put up like 0.8 points a game still last year. But he was the top center in Minnesota. Here he's behind Jack, you know?
On the instigators that I do listen to on the Yellow Pages. By the way, the post-game show is nothing but commercials. But
You can't even
selling
hear anything.
selling forklifts.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had heard on the Instigators earlier that day, as a matter of fact, that Stahl was an idea they had.
Yeah.
And now when you're talking, I don't want to see a number one pick go there. I wouldn't want to see Montour for him. But Marcus Johansson, a guy that never, I don't know what Botterill was thinking there.
Yeah.
And
He can't play center, and yet guess what? They're putting him in center in Minnesota.
and they're miffed in Minnesota.
That's nuts.
And you bring Stahl, he's 6'4". He's still got some game. Yes, you get old quick. And
No, but a 1-year deal at 3. I see you're giving this Eric Stahl, who's probably maybe in the Hall of Fame someday, and they
Should
gave
be.
him a deal at 3.25, and you're paying that slob Soboka near 4. I mean, is somebody
you can't,
smoking?
Well, you can't bring.
Well, they won't bring him back. I'm saying, but somebody gave that slob that contract.
Well, and that's what always gets me though when they talk about what you can pay Sam. Well, you do yourself no good when you bring in a Soboka at 3.5. Sam's going to say, "Well, I'm 3 times that guy."
Exactly.
But anyways, the Stahl
to
trade
Stahl.
for Marcus Johansson, I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I think what it does is it alleviates some of the pressure on Middlestad and Dylan Cousins.
Yep.
He was their number one center. He's going to be a nice fit. If for some reason, and it makes me hope a little bit that maybe Kruger doesn't have all the say.
Yeah.
Because I think too
Because
much
he likes
Euro,
the Euros, yeah.
A lot of polyester, wild and crazy guys. But if
Sorry,
to me, you
I'll
put Skinner with Eichel,
Yep.
you re-sign Sam.
Yep.
Wow, I'm getting the Biden thing too.
Neat.
And you put Tage Thompson with maybe or whatever. It's just an idea with Eric Stahl and Olofsson.
Yep.
Or if you're going to stick with Olsen with Jack Skinner and have some familiarity.
Yeah.
So I love the deal, and for
like
Marcus
maybe a
Johansson,
Cahoon, yeah.
and don't be surprised if they don't re-up him, Stahl,
Yeah.
for
a year or so.
or a
Yeah.
2-year deal or something to keep him around because
Yeah.
he's got some life in him, and
Quality guy, won a cup, unfortunately beat us to get there. He said this morning on the radio, by the way, that he thought Carolina and Buffalo were the 2 best teams in hockey, and had Buffalo gone on, not had the injuries
Right.
that year,
They would've beat Edmonton.
we would have beat Edmonton, and I thought that my whole time. That was our cup.
definitely think that too. And but I love the move, and I hope I don't think they're done. They got some signing to do. Still would like to see that. That was an idea. Well, that one's completely off the board. But there's teams out there.
We got
that have-
15 seconds, by the way.
There's teams out there with center depth. Find another big winger. Maybe that Josh Anderson. Maybe that kid out of Calgary. The big
We can't be through. Exactly. I think that's what we're
bigger
both
and
saying.
tougher. Bigger and tougher.
Okay, anyway, glad to be back. It's been about 3 weeks. We should be back next week. Things are going better, and have a good week.
Hey guys, and listen up, and remember, you keep bending over, it's gonna be tougher, especially in the colder weather. Straighten up.
Well put.
Buy a scanner if you're not sure what's going on in the world.
Yeah. Tom was at ECMC. He knows it all about the
I've
inner
seen
city.
a lot of stuff
yeah.
there.
Saw a lot of stuff.
And by the way, please,
I'm in the suburbs. I don't
no
really see
envoys.
much.
We don't need envoy policing. It didn't work in Tehran. It's not going to work here.
By the way, they want these envoys there, and they want everybody helping, and let's get social workers. The social workers are saying
protested.
they were protesting that they're not going out on these calls. So anyway, there's something there. What do you call Merkel? Urkel?
Urkel.
Yeah, that's something for our Byron Brown to think
Right.
about. The people in that profession want nothing to do with it. It's too dangerous.
Right.
Anyway, have a great day.
Love y'all.